in case you missed last week's stream, which you shouldn't have, because you'd have caught up on the videos that Marcel made, and I uploaded at exactly the right time. Sorry, Marcel. What happened was first of all, we went to the Corvega assembly plant and we cleared out the raiders for them needy bastards at 10 Pines Bluff, because the raiders kept giving them grief, and they were going in there doing what raiders do and raiding shit. So we went up there and we went down there to the Corvega assembly plant. We fucked up their stuff. We got some. We might head back there at some point because we got the key for their lock-up thing that had loads of good stuff in it by the look of it. We did that for the guys at 10 Pines Bluff, and then we made the long and arduous journey down to here, Diamond City. We went to we came all the way down to Diamond City, and we're now here. And we met Piper on the outside of Diamond City, and she was running on about something. They don't like her in they don't like Piper in Diamond City. Before we met Piper, we found there were some super mutants. They were attacking the guards of Diamond City, so we helped them guys out and we shot them. So that was a good time too. So now we're going to explore Diamond City. We're going to see what it has in store for us, and then we'll see where we go from there. Oh, what's going on here?
Don't move, Sim. What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes. We're family.
Put the gun down now.
He's a synth. He'll kill us all.
I hear
Kyle, no!
District that's for raiders only.
Oh, he dead as hell.
Combat zone.
You'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful.
Okay.
Just ignore him
Show's
like
over.
I do.
There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
Jeez. I mean, jeez.
Hey.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
My own brother.
What happened?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me? I need a minute.
I'm not surprised your brother's head got splattered everywhere. I mean, if nobody minds,
What's everyone still standing around for?
I'm gonna take this
Go
stuff.
back to your own damn business.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Can we sit here? What's this? This Synthetic Truth. Read. October 2287. The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 PM, enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own mayor, McDonough, sidle up to a stool and engage in the same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of... Edit this mistake out, please. He won't. Out of spite. So it must have also seemed to... Pets! So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City, nearly 60 years ago on a uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around the very same counter, but that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, And that night, he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed, thanks to Mayor MacDonald's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in Public Occurrences exclusive interview. "Oh, I was there, all right, sitting right at the bar. Sure, as you're sitting right in front of me now. 22 years old or so, and I just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were, so what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west. Somewhere, it didn't really matter. What did it matter was his smile and his laugh, and the way he make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful until it wasn't." Eustace continued her account of the evening, and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. "We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face, all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if we were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that." What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Synths. "After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running. They opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then he saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see. And when we realized it wasn't a man at all, it was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us." It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had been somehow remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery. Using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today, which brings us to noodles specifically. The noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people, after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? That was enlightening, wasn't it?
Officer?
Move along. Nothing to see here.
I mean, there's still a body on the floor, so there clearly is. And the brother is still there, mourning his loss.
Excuse me.
My God.
Kyle.
Hey, officer.
I need you to step away, Scabber.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
You got bricks for ears? I said get the hell out of here now.
Yikes.
Jesus. I can't.
I mean, you're gonna have to. This is Takahashi. Mo Cronin.
Excuse me.
You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory sweater.
My baby's been kidnapped. Is there anyone here who can help me?
Whoa! Listen there, if the paper's right about the Institute, then there's no way I'm getting involved in anyone else's problems.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Just point me in a direction and I'll be on my way.
Fine. I'll help you out just this once. Head to the alley, behind the market, and look for the neon signs. Valentine's Detective Agency. And if you're smart, you won't go blabbing that around. That place is mud in a lot of people's eyes.
What's everyone's problem with the detective agency?
Look, if you ask me, Valentine is a good guy. Saved a lot of lives. But other people think he's just going to bring the Institute's attention.
I'll be careful. Thanks.
Yeah. Just buy something next time, all right?
Security. Is this? Oh yeah, the little thingy's over here.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, does anyone fight back? Institute has to have enemies, right?
What? You mean the railroad? Well, that's a fairy tale, man. They don't exist.
Nah, I heard from my cousin. He knows a guy that works for him. They got a code phrase and everything. Follow the Freedom Trail.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Oh.
You're full of it, and that kind of talk is gonna get you snatched up by the synths.
Jeez. Valentine Detective Agency.
Told you your luck wouldn't last forever.
His ties.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
I know you must be busy, but I won't take much of your time, miss. It's important.
You don't get it. The detective, he's gone. Missing.
Don't worry, I can help. Tell me what happened.
Jeez.
Nick was working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there that they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Hey, I'd love to help, but there's the small matter of expenses.
Don't play games with me. I'll pay you if you find Nick,
It's worth
but
a
it's
try.
going to be 100 caps. That's the reward, and it's not up for negotiation.
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
I don't know much about him, but he's from Good Neighbor, and that means he's in the well-pressed suits and machine gun school of thuggery.
You said Malone's from Good Neighbor?
Yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Northeast a ways. People with power there care about two things: style and body count.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
Hurry. Please hurry. Oh my god, I leveled up. We'll see Piper because we saw her first. And then maybe we'll go and see if we can find Nick. Piper.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause of the blue jumpsuit you're wearing? You're a vault dweller.
Wearing?
So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
The war? Which war?
The one that gave us this lovely landscape of demolished buildings and nuclear radiation every 10 feet? You're telling me you saw everything before they blasted it into pieces?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The woman out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
I've been having too much fun blowing things up to think about it.
Gotta make my job hard for me, huh? Alright, if that's the quote, that's the quote. Now, the big question. You came all this way looking for someone. Who is it?
My baby, Sean, was kidnapped. He's not even a year old.
The parent after the missing child. As heartbreaking today as it ever was. Tell me, do you suspect the Institute's involved?
The Institute? Who are they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over. Synths. Synthetic people. Sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now,
Maybe
not
she's a synth.
everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
They make synthetic people?
That's right. There are two major kinds you have to watch out for. The first is an obvious fake. Skin looks like plastic, skeleton might even be showing. You see groups of them scouring the Commonwealth, killing people and scavenging what's left. I reported on University Point a while back. Whole town got cleaned up. The second type of synth is the real deal. With skin, blood, warm smiles, and guilty glances, just like a good old-fashioned human. So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute, or one of their agents?
I don't know.
No one ever does. That's what makes them so scary. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Wait, people just ignore kidnappings out here?
Yeah, Blue, you haven't noticed? You grow up in the Commonwealth and eventually someone is gonna get taken. Maybe not someone you know, but someone. And people just say, well, could have been worse. Could have been killed by raider attacks, or super mutants, or feral ghouls. They just give up. So I want my readers to hear what keeps you going. Maybe they'll find a little inspiration. Now, what would you like to say?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't.
Thanks.
You have to have hope that you'll see them again.
Nom.
Or
Thanks.
at least that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue.
Night, Abby.
Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
Do we take Piper or Dog?